Welcome, guys. GT the Vibe Podcast coming with another episode. Appreciate you guys rocking with. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share so we can get this out there. I just want to do a recap of Trump addressed Congress a few days ago, and it was interesting. Uh, Number one, I will say this: I am very extremely disappointed in the Democratic Party. They don't have a leg to stand on right now. They're just kind of in limbo. It feels like they don't have no leadership. They don't have. I mean, they obviously got together and decided not to applaud or stand for anything, which is crazy. Because I thought that there were plenty of things to applaud and stand for. DJ, the young African American kid with brain cancer, um, got his honorary Secret Service, and he's there in a police uniform, and they didn't even stand for him. And people talk about propaganda, this and that. Like at the end of the day, here's the deal: whether or not Trump was using that to propagandize shouldn't matter as to what is more about for the little kid. And so for me, you got all these liberals on media talking about, oh well, that was just propaganda, yada yada yada. I'm like, you guys will stand for a whole other country, but you won't stand for a kid who was given a few months to live that's still here, that's battled brain cancer, and he is a model of what America should be. And so it was crazy that they wouldn't stand for it. I mean, there's a lot of things they could have stood for. The Riley family. Um, Trump talked about that, and obviously, Democrats don't stand with people who are killed in America by illegal uh, aliens or immigrants, whatever you want to call them. They don't stand with them people, man. They stand with other countries. Like literally, that's what they do. Um, and for me, you see on social media all these liberals. Oh, I stand with Ukraine. I'm thinking in my mind, if I'm Ukraine, I'd be scared. Like these are the people that I wouldn't want standing with me. Like you're not getting people that are actual battle tested individuals. You get a bunch of keyboard warriors out here. Oh, I'm standing with Ukraine. So they put the Ukraine flag up. Those aren't the people that you'd want back at you, man, because they're not going to do anything. They're going to get on the line and then freaking argue and battle online. They're keyboard warriors essentially. But the Democratic Party just has no they have no direction. They just I don't know where they're going. Like who is their person? Who was that guy? And I think it's been proven. And I think by how they acted during this, I mean, you got Al Green. Um, the real Al Green was a great singer, not this little cakewalk dude with his cane, standing up yelling in the like proper etiquette. And and what's happening now is the Democrats are showing their asses right now, guys. They are showing us who they are, and it's disgusting. And honestly, they're just people are just losing faith in them. Like people don't understand that, dude. Trump got 30 something felonies, 34 felonies, been impeached, and they voted him in because the people are sick and tired of the Democratic Party and their antics, their childish ways, throwing out racism all the time. Everything's just racism to them. Oh, you're racist, you're racist, you're racist, and it's like, dude, you guys have not done nothing for black people for years and years and years and years, and yeah, you're racist. But I mean, Biden said if you don't vote for him, you ain't black. I'm like, come on, dude. Like he could say that and we're cool, right? But if Trump says something, oh, we're not cool. And I think what you're seeing is hate. Hate has really taken over in America, and so people don't care what you're about or what you stand for. If they hate you, it's all about the person that does it. I always tell people this. I'm like, dude, sometimes it's not about the message; it's about the person that's giving the message out. That's the person. Oh, we got a problem with this person because of this, or oh, we got a problem with this person because of that. And that's the problem, man. I don't get it. And so Trump goes on. He's touting things, talking about the tariffs, um, and basically what he wants to do is balance out tariffs. Like people don't understand, man. Like China's had tariffs on us for a long time, and they're significant levels, right? And now we're just trying to balance the playing field. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think Americans understand our buying power in the world economy. Our buying power is so much in the world economy because I mean we are the most powerful country. Um, so our buying power is huge, and I think that we're leveraging our buying power to where, hey, we got buying power, so y'all need to come and actually bring some things over here. I mean, you got some business, some companies are spending millions, billions of dollars to come into American built factories because they don't want to pay tariffs. What's easier than paying a tariff? Oh, we'll just bring our labor over here. We'll just bring our labor force over here. Honda's doing it. There's a company, I think it's out of Taiwan, that's doing it. I mean, Apple's doing it. So I mean, obviously what he envisioned, what he intentioned these tariffs to do, they're doing. But the problem is the media is so skewed towards liberalism and being woke and all that jazz that they don't even report this stuff. So you have to do the research on your own to be able to find it. That's the reason why I like TikTok and things like that, because people actually be talking, be researching, and then they'll post. And so now you're getting your information. I mean, most of the information that I've gotten, whether good or bad for Trump or good or bad for Democrats, man, I've gotten a lot of things off TikTok because people are just 100% just putting it out there. So the tariffs are going into effect. You talked about that. Um, Zelensky in the Oval Office, he's halted he's halted our support for Ukraine. And here's the thing, man. You know, Zelensky is no hero. Like you don't. My mom always told me about you. Don't bite the hand that feeds you with arrogance. Like we're literally feeding this guy globs of money, and he wanted some more. He greedy. He wanted some more. Normally those are closed door meetings, man. So I was reading that he wanted the media in there, so he knew he's an actor. First of all, he's not even a leader. He's just an actor, so he gonna act. And so he brought them in there because he wanted to put on a show, and he knows, okay, if I put on a show, I'll make them look bad. But I'm glad that Trump and JD Vance stood on business. They like, nah, we're not gonna let you punk us. I'm not gonna sit here and let you punk us. Like you first, number one, you're coming over here to sign a deal. We agreed that you're going to come over here to sign a deal. Now, if we need to add some things to it, yada, 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 we can do that. But Trump's like, we need peace. Ceasefire. We need peace. And he's like, and it seems like Zelensky understands that there's money in war, obviously. I mean, the dude talks so much mess on Trump and sided with liberals. Liberals understand that. The Democrats will keep you in war all day, every day because they understand there's money in there. You can send out billions of dollars and then you can backdoor money back to yourself. I mean, you got people whose salaries 200K a year in our Congress, and then they'd be worth 15 million. Like I'm like, bro, like even at 200K a year, I mean, it takes a while to get to your first million, let alone to be worth 15 million. So obviously there's some backdoor things going on. And I was never one to think, man, they're just doing exactly perfect with our money. Our money just goes perfectly. It's all accounted for. No, I've always been one to think we need some receipts, man. Like where are you spending this money at? Where's this money going? Right? Is there wasteful spending? Absolutely. There's 100% wasteful spending. If you can get on here, I don't care if you're liberal or Republican or whatever you want to call it. If you can get on here and say, well, there's no real spending like that. Yeah, there's 100% wasteful spending. Like if you spend money, there's going to, even me as a person, like I like to run my life like a business. I have wasteful spending. I might go to the store and my budget's $200. I got $200. I have everything written down that I want, but I walk past the Oreos and I'm like, well, I'm gonna get the Oreos. So that's wasteful spending, right? We do that. No, I mean, we do that. We all do it. Um, so to think that our government doesn't and that there's not loopholes and holes and money flying out the door is ridiculous because they're dealing with trillions of dollars on that level. Trillions of dollars. Like if you look at our debt, you look at the billions that we spend overseas, you look at natural disasters, how much money they have to put into those things. And so there's so much money going in that there's definitely going to be holes. And so that's what they're trying to do. So Doge is trying to cover up the holes. I saw some of the liberal signs talking about Musk is a thief and all this and that. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, so here we are with Congress holding signs calling somebody a thief. The ultimate thieves are calling somebody a thief. My mom always told me, those who point the finger first, that's usually what they're doing. And so now that he's trying to clean some things up, I mean, it's probably people on both sides of the aisle that's gonna lose some money. But that's how it goes, man. Like it's just disappointing. Just it was 100% disappointing to kind of to see that. Um, do I agree with everything Trump's doing or everything that Trump's done? No. Do I agree that he be talking out his ass? Yes. Dude, definitely talking. He's not a career politician, so he doesn't have the quite the etiquette that some of these other politicians may have. So he gonna talk out his ass sometimes, just make some shit up. He a salesman. He's selling y'all. He's selling. That's what he doing. You can like, and that's the thing about Trump is that we know what he is, we know who he is, we know what to expect. And I think what Kamala, the reason why she lost, and it was a mandate. I don't care what nobody said. Oh, well, we got the popular vote by 1.5%. 90 fucking percent of the vote is California, which is liberal as hell. So, I mean, come on, guys. I mean, let's be honest. Like, dude won like damn, like all the swing states was red. That has I don't know when the last time that's ever happened. And the Republicans don't normally get the popular vote, and that's the thing. Because liberals want, well, we should just do it by just votes and yada yada yada. I'm like, if you do just do it by that, then you just have these big old strongholds like California, and then you just win California because you're liberal. Then we will always have a Democratic president unless you Trump and then you come in here and you win by 1.5% on the popular vote. But those strongholds hold so many people, whereas a lot of your conservative states they're more spread out. There's counties out there they're more spread out, so there's not this conglomerate of like millions of people in this epicenter. It's spread out. Um, and so I mean, I get the battles, because Dems want to win it all the time, and so do conservatives. Like it is what it is. But I think at this point in time where we stand, um, that Democrats are essentially showing their asses right now, and it's disgusting. They're showing that they have a lack of leadership. They have a lack of their overall vision. Like there ain't one. They lost the election because they put all their eggs in one bucket. They were like, man, we're going to run on women's rights. That's what we're going to run on. We don't care about white people. We don't care about the Mexicans. We don't care about the work because the working class held the Democrats to literally. Democrats are winning because of the working class. The middle class people, that's who was keeping them up. Not your LGBTQ and none of that other BS that they be talking about. It was the active working middle class that kept Democrats in power, and they're starting to lose the middle class because the middle class is getting tired of stupid stuff. We like here's the deal. If you are LGBTQ, I'm cool with that. Like I'm good. Do your thing. I don't need to. I don't need to have a month where we celebrate you. We don't need to have that. Like y'all got more. Y'all got more days in your month, Pride Month, than Black people got in Black history. And Black people have been in the struggle for years. Like we, if you think the LGBTQ went through the struggle, they ain't went through a damn thing. My ancestors sprayed down with fire hoses, German shepherds sicked after. We couldn't even eat in the same area. We couldn't even eat inside the restaurant. We had to go out back and get our food out back. We couldn't use the same restroom, right? We couldn't drink out of the same water fountains. Like that's the type of stuff that the African Americans dealt with during those times. And we get the little February, they gave us a little one, but now it's like Pride Month. Like, oh, we got to give the LGBTQ people more, like, because their struggle is more. No, their struggle ain't nothing compared to what our ancestors went through. And number two, we we weren't putting that in your face 24/7, right? There's a lot of silent battles that happen that people didn't even know about. A lot of silent battles that nobody even knew about. And so for them to feel like they deserve or that we owe them something, we don't owe y'all nothing. Number one. And as a black person, we owe our ancestors to be able to get on our feet and act like we got some damn sense. That's a whole nother conversation. I don't even go down that rabbit hole. Um, but there's two genders. He put that in, he signed that in office. People are upset. I'm like, until you can change chromosomes, there's only two genders. I remember in middle school when my teacher was like, it's like, they always talk about the X chromosome and the Y chromosome. And you can't change that, right? That's DNA, that's science. The same people that say they believe the science, well, let's go get this shot because we believe the science, don't believe the science when it comes to gender. Gender is whatever you want to be. No, there's a science behind gender, right? You're assigned gender at birth based on the chromosomes. That's what decides what your gender is going to be. Now you're gonna get some dumb scientists, liberal scientific people that are gonna probably come on here in the dang chat down there in the comment. Oh, you ain't doing that, blah 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 blah. We ain't doing that. So I feel like Trump is trying to get us in a general direction, but the Republicans have a sense of togetherness, they have a sense of leadership, and they have a vision. Whereas the liberals don't have anything. They're lost in the sauce right now, and a lot of infighting happens when you're lost in the sauce because somebody's got to become a leader and somebody's got to take charge. Um, but what I saw from this address, I mean, Trump definitely did some great things. Riley and and that family with their daughter and sister being killed by an illegal alien who's in a gang, who's a violent offender. That's crazy to me that you can't admit that, yeah, we jacked up, man. We opened the borders, man. We let 12 million plus people in here. We jacked up. Admit it, and then we can move on and we can grow from that, right? Admit it, we can move on, we can go from that. But that's the problem, is that they don't want to admit anything. They're just like, well, no, we're just gonna, we're good. We just not. If we just don't stand for the Riley family, we're good. If we just don't stand for DJ, right? Boys battling camp. If we just don't, we're good. We're gonna protest these people, um, which is crazy to me. So it's a battle going on right now, but I feel like at the current trajectory of the Democratic Party, it's going to be JD Vance as president in 2028. That's what I feel like right now. If I were to be a get, if I were to be a betting man, that's what I bet on. Because right now they don't have nothing, and if JD Vance just continues the message that Trump has put forth, we'll be good. America first. I mean that's number one. If we could send billions of dollars overseas, but we only can give $750 checks to people in North Carolina. That's crazy to me. It's crazy talk. People lost their houses. We're gonna give them this little check, just a little slap in the face, essentially. Oh, well, be grateful. And then you get liberals saying, well, they should be grateful if they got anything. Well, you need to tell Zelensky to be grateful that he got multiple hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars. He's got so much money. And so he needs to be grateful, but you'll tell your fellow Americans that they need to be grateful, but you won't tell your superhero. He's not a hero. I don't care what nobody says. That dude's a clown. He's an actor, and he's actors will act. Actors will act, but liberals they get behind celebrity. So that dude's a celeb, so they can get behind him. It makes sense. But I can go on. I can go on all day about this crap, man. It was disgusting, disgusting to see Democrats do that. I definitely expected better out of them, but it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts, though, guys, in the comments. Like, subscribe, share. I'll see you guys on the next one.